is so disturbing, quite disturbing, that a lot of the things you read about our investigation and prosecution, there are quite a number of it are far from the truth. Far. And sometimes I sit down and I listen to TV commentaries, commentators, people talking on TV and the commentaries, and I begin to wonder, where did they get these stories from? And somebody will be telling us, because you are not giving us stories. How do I give you stories? Do you look for the stories? Will I be going from one media house to another to be sharing stories? No. As media, as civil society, you work with us. We need to collaborate. And that's what we have discovered in this job, for you to do what, because you see, everything you say as a civil society, practitioners, as media men, people believe you. And people run with it. And so it's extremely important for us to be very careful about what we say, particularly those of us who make commentaries on TVs. There are some of these programs that I must listen to before I leave my house. For example, the AIT, Kakaki. I don't miss it every day, except I have to get to office before 7. Occasionally, if I'm chanced, I listen to TVC. Journalist Hangout. I don't normally do it in the evening, but when I get around 11, if I'm home on time, I listen to it, the repeat section. And I discovered that some of the things people say on some of these programs are not even correct in the first place. And these are the people that, are able to convince the mind of the public. So it's extremely important for us. Maybe before we leave this place today, we need to find a way. Because you must also understand that it's not everything we do that is expedient for us to put out there, because of the sensitive nature of our work. So maybe before you leave, after my address, after the engagement, we just find probably a way of working together, in a way that you will understand what we're doing, so that before you go out there, at least have a bit of understanding of what we do, so that you know what to take out to the public. So on this note, once again, I want to thank you very much for coming. First of all, I'd like to brief you about a few innovations we have brought in, and also some restructuring that has taken place in the EFCC. I want to talk to you about 3 main things. Number one, the restructuring agenda we have embarked on, and that is ongoing as well. And number 2, development in certain sectors of our economy. And number 3, the current prosecution of Yaya Bello. I woke up this morning and I went to bed around 3 a.m. I struggled to stand up around 5 a.m. when I wanted to prepare for work. As I sat on my bed trying to ruminate over what is going on and my schedule for the day, a proverb came to my mind, and I want to encourage you with that proverb. The elders have been saying in my place, a ram usually have a big scrotum. You know a ram? You've eaten ram before? With testicles in the scrotum, always big. And anytime the ram is moving around or running, you will feel that the scrotum is going to cut off. Because sometimes whether it is the ram that is shaking the scrotum or the scrotum that is shaking the ram, you can't tell. But for years, you will see that pendulum dangling. It will swing, it will dang, but it will never cut off. So EFCC, we will receive all the attacks and all of that, but we are not going to give up. We will do this work. This pendulum will not cut. It doesn't matter who is attacking us. We have this mandate. We will continue to do it until you are asked to stay off the stage. So I've been asked to see areas where we need to moderate things, we need to tell you not to report. But there is nothing you will tell them. What you don't want them to report, don't tell them. So I won't tell them what I don't want them to report. I know them. If you say don't report it, they will report it. So they are my people. We know ourselves. Thank you very much. On first note, we have embarked on some restructuring. Because we must understand the war against corruption is not the amount of investigation I do out there. We must understand this thing. And as a nation, we must come together to agree, at least for once. Let us move forward. Let us get out of this mess for once. But it's like, as much as we plead with people to see the reason why we need to come together and fight this battle, the more difficult things become. As if people don't even understand. And I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. If EFCC fails, I've not failed, though. I've never failed, and I won't fail. It is all of us. It is Nigeria that has failed. If we lose this battle, it's not about Ola Olukoyede. Neither is it about any of my officers here. It's about all of us. Doctor is about you. Shehu is about you. Ogazu is about you. It's about every one of us here. Alaji is about you. So that's why we need to understand what it takes to do this work and what it's going to take for us to work together. I have pledged my commitment. I have pledged my resources, everything I have going for me to do this work. So let us agree on that note first. In as much as we are doing this, of course, it's not everybody that will agree with us. It's not everybody will support us. But if reform-minded, when many Nigerians can come together and say, let us move forward. Why can't we? Americans built America. British built Britain. Europeans built Europe. Arabians built Arab. Nigerians will build Nigeria. Few people are dragging us back, are not strong enough to take on all of us here, even within the four corners of this room, if we choose to do the right thing. And that's the only thing I'm going to plead with you for today. So first, we have embarked on some restructuring projects, and few of it, like I was saying, it's not just about all the investigation that we can do in the EFCC or the prosecution we can do or the convictions we can get. It's about the cause of these problems. The same EFCC that everybody is attacking today, they have lost this, they have lost that, they lost Adoke's case and all of that. Some of us have forgotten that the same EFCC had convicted so many governors in the time past. The same EFCC had cause to convict serving senators. The same EFCC had cause to convict ex-ministers. Even judges. That has never happened in this country, not until the advent of EFCC. Judges. Serving judges. We have had cause. When I was chief of staff, when I was secretary. And so it's not about the proficiency of EFCC. It's about the support Nigerians are ready to give EFCC. 1,000 EFCC will not do anything if we don't have your support. That's the truth. And so we have embarked on some reform agenda. We look at what the problem is. The more I investigate people, the more I recover money, the more I prosecute, probably get convictions, the more difficult the war is, and the more the problem grows. So we ask ourselves on this table, what do we do next? What do we do? We said, okay, we are going to attack the source of these problems. For you to solve any problem in life, you must also understand the source of the problem. Investigation, prosecution, and all of that is like reactive. What happens? So I pledged the issue of prevention. We're going to go into prevention very seriously. And that was all I shared with you the other time you came. I shared my policy directives and objectives with you. So I'm happy to report to you that we have started in earnest. Now we have created a directorate called Fraud Risk Assessment and Control, in addition to our existing directorates. And we have also, because of the internal cleansing we have embarked on and we are carrying out, we have also changed our Directorate of Internal Affairs to Directorate of Ethics and Integrity. Because he who comes to equity, your hands must be clean. I'm not proud of any operative who indulges in corruption. We can't say you are fighting corruption and you yourself, your hands are soiled. So gradually, I'm not promising that you will not still be seeing one or two elements who will still be doing some inordinate things, that as much as it lies in our power and as much as we discover them, we do something. And I promise them, I'm not just going to arrest you or dismiss you. I will prosecute you.